Okay guys, this afternoon we're going to be looking at the Mayan number system. And if you're enjoying English version of maths, you're really going to enjoy the Mayan version of maths. So let's dive straight in. If you want to first, you can read through that PowerPoint that Mr. Bates has sent you. But if you don't want to do that, it will not necessarily impact your ability to do task 1. But you will need the PowerPoint later for task 3. So, says here that the Mayans had a good understanding of numbers and they developed a complex number and counting system which was advanced for their time, those clever Mayans. So they were one of only 2 cultures in the world to develop the concept of zero, and this allowed them to develop a place value system. So we've got here the way they used to represent their numbers. So they've got shells, some dots, some lines, and some dots with lines. And then here we've got those 3 symbols that are used, and they're used to represent items that they might have first used to count with, such as pebbles, sticks, and shells. And with your family member, you are going to work out what the symbols represent and how the system works. So here we've got 2 dots and a bar, 1 dot and 2 bars, 3 dots and 3 bars, 1 dot and a shell. So your first job, your task 1, is to figure out what those symbols represent. Okay, I'm not going to show you the answer, but it is on that document that Mr. Bates sent you if you want to have a look at it once you've done. Once you have done, please move on to task 2. Okay, now this says the Mayan people used a base 20 number system. So after number 19, multiples of 20 were written above the bottom number. Okay, so a bit like we do with our column headings. The Mayans had row headings. So whereas we went ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, the Mayans went up, they went ones, 20s, 400s, 8,000s. So whereas with us, if I had 110 and 1, that would be 11. If they had their symbol for 1 and their symbol for 1, they would have 1 lot of 20 and 1 lot of 1, 21. If they had 2 symbols for 400, then that would be, if that's 1, that's 2 lots of 400, that's 800. Okay? So, we've got some examples here. So by now you should have done task 1, so I can mention what these numbers are. We've got 1, 20 and 0, 1s. So that number is 20. Here we've got 1, 400, 0, 20s, and 2 blocks of 1. Now these blocks are worth 5, so 1 block, 2 block. So I've got 5, 10, 0, 400. So this is 410. Here I've got 2 400s, 5 20s, no 1s. So 2 400s is 800. 5 20s is 100. So 800 add 100 is 900. And 0 1s, so that number there is 900. Okay. And then here we've got a 400. We've got 120, 220, 5 more 20s, so 7 20s. 100, 120, 140, so that's 140. And then we've got 5, 10, 11, 1, so we've got 11. So 400 add 140 is 540, add 11 is 551. Okay? So, very nice method, Mayans. Okay, so here we've got a more shown version. So we know that 2 20s is 40, and then we've got the 8 here. 40 add 8 is 48. See if you can use this. Now be careful. That's not 3 20s and that's not 2 400s. You can tell because there's a gap. Okay? Now that gap is showing that that's the next row. The fact that these 3 dots are so close to those 3 bars means they're part of that same number. So it's not 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 60. It's 5, 10, 15, 1, 2, 3. So that's 18. And then the 2 20s, which is 40. Okay? So once you've had a little play with those, and once you feel confident with that, your task 2 is to complete this sheet using the key to help you. Okay? And then your task 3 is you have got to go through the PowerPoint that Mr. Bates has sent you. Okay, this lovely little document. And you're going to create a 1-page information spread on Mayan maths. So it's a bit like when we do the explain it to a younger child posters. So you're going to make something where if you explain this to someone else, someone would be able to work this out from your information page. Okay? So that is your task for today with your Encompass. If you need any help, please give us a shout and have fun.